What's up, y'all? Yeah, I want to give y'all this Job chapter 34. This is very, very intriguing. This conversation that Elihu is having with Job, one of God's most faithful servants of all time. But Job is going through a very difficult time. Uh, Job has lost everything pretty much. He's lost his children, he's lost his livestock, his riches, his land, and he's kept his faith in God. But Job is he's starting to get a little. He's just not understanding why this stuff is happening to him, because he knows he's been a righteous man. He knows he served the Lord, faithfully. He knows this. Job knows this about himself. So he just cannot understand what is going on. And I believe at this time, I'm not sure people even knew about Satan at this time. Because there's no mention from anyone that Satan, the devil, the serpent of old, may be the root cause of this turmoil and the hard times that Elihu and the tests that are coming from the devil are upon Job, and he doesn't know why. So Elihu is about, I think it's maybe 3 friends or 4 friends. 3 of Job's friends have told Job, man, it's your fault, man. You done something wrong. I don't know what it is, but that's the reason that God is attacking you, that God is punishing you. It's because of something that you did, Job. And then Elihu is one of the last friends that talks to Job, and he's very godly. This Elihu is very godly, and has a very close relationship with God, and he gives Job a different viewpoint other than what these other guys are telling Job. And because Job is just down. He's down and out right now. He's feeling like it's his fault, or God has just picked a fight with Job, and he don't know why. He don't know why God is just bringing the worst upon him. He doesn't know, but he doesn't know that God has actually vouched for Job and bragged about him, to Satan, who's the accuser of all the brethren. That's his job. So God is saying, hey, have you considered my servant Job? He's a upright, blameless, one of my most faithful servants. I guarantee you, no matter what you do, besides taking his life, you will not destroy him. You will not overtake him. Job will not forsake my name, no matter what you do. So here it is. Elihu accuses Job of arrogance. Then Elihu said, listen to me, you wise men. Pay attention, you who have knowledge. Just as the mouth tastes good food, the ear tests the words it hears. So let us discern for ourselves what is right. Let us learn together what is good. For Job has said, I am innocent, but God has taken away my rights. I am innocent, but they call me a liar. My suffering is incurable, even though I have not sinned. Has there ever been a man as arrogant as Job, with his thirst for irreverent talk? He seeks the companionship of evil people. He spends his time with wicked men. He has even said, why waste time trying to please God? Listen to me, you who have understanding. Everyone knows that God doesn't sin. The Almighty can do no wrong. He repays people according to their deeds. He treats people according to their ways. There is no truer statement than this: God will not do wrong. The Almighty cannot twist justice. Who put the world in his care? Who has set the whole world in place? If God were to take back his spirit and withdraw his breath, all life would cease, and humanity would turn again to dust. Listen now and try to understand. Could God govern if he hated justice? Are you going to condemn the Almighty Judge? For he says to kings and nobles, you are wicked and unjust. He doesn't care how great a person may be, and he doesn't pay any more attention to the rich than the poor. He made them all. In a moment they die. At midnight they will all pass away. The mighty are removed without human hand. For God carefully watches the way people live. He sees everything they do. No darkness is thick enough to hide the wicked in his eyes. The wicked from his eyes. For it is not up to mortals to decide when to come before God in judgment. He brings the mighty to ruin without asking anyone, and he sets up others in their places. He watches what they do, and in the night he overturns them, destroying them. He openly strikes them down for their wickedness, for they turn aside from following him. They have no respect for any of his ways. So they cause the poor to cry out, catching God's attention. Yes, he hears the cries of the needy. When he is quiet, who can make trouble? But when he hides his face, who can find him? He prevents the godless from ruling, so they cannot be a snare to the people. Why don't people say to God, I have sinned, but I will sin no more? Or I don't know what evil I have done. Tell me, and I will stop at once. Now that's a real humble heart. Must God tailor his justice to your demands? But you have rejected them. The choice is yours, not mine. Go ahead, share your wisdom with us. After all, bright people will tell me, and wise people will hear me say, Job speaks without knowledge. His words lack insight. Job, you deserve the maximum penalty for the wicked way you have talked. For now you have added rebellion and blasphemy against God to your other sins. So, yeah, Elihu telling them, man, hey, if it's already bad for you, man, don't let God curse. Don't curse God on top of that, because you're adding blasphemy and rebellion on top of what you're already, having problems with. So, God bless y'all. Love y'all, man. Just wanted to get that to y'all real quick. I thought that was cool. Actually, we got more time. We're gonna do some stuff real quick. Whew, it's hot in here. I need a fan. Elihu reminds Job of God's justice. Then Elihu said, and this is Job chapter 35. Then Elihu said, do you think it is right for you to claim, I am righteous before God? Yet you also ask, what's the use of living a righteous life? How will it benefit me? I will answer you and all your friends too. Look up into the sky and see the clouds high above you. If you sin, what do you accomplish against him? Even if you sin again and again, what effect will you have on him? If you are good, is this some great gift to him? What could you possibly give him? No, your sins affect only people like yourself, and your good deeds affect only other people. So God's telling you, like, really, it's nothing, like he said, like your good deeds are filthy rags to God. Your good deeds is filthy rags to God. You know, it's good to do. It helps others, but it don't help God. God's already he's helping himself. He's good to go, self-sufficient. The oppressed cry out beneath the wrongs that are done to them. They groan beneath the power of the mighty. Yet they don't ask, where is God my creator, the one who gives songs in the night? Where is the one who makes us wiser than the animals and birds? And if they do cry out and God does not answer, it is because of their pride. But it is wrong to say God doesn't listen, to say the Almighty isn't concerned. And it is even more false to say he doesn't see what's going on. He will bring about justice if you only wait. But do you cry out against him because he does not respond in anger? Job, you have protested in vain. You have spoken like a fool. Elihu continues speaking. Let me go on, and I will show you the truth of what I am saying. For I have not finished defending God. I will give you many illustrations of the righteousness of my Creator. I am telling you the honest truth, for I am a man of well-rounded knowledge. God is mighty, yet he does not despise anyone. He is mighty in both power and understanding. He does not let the wicked live, but gives justice to the afflicted. His eyes never leave the innocent, but he establishes and exalts them with kings forever. If troubles come upon them, and they are enslaved and afflicted, he takes the trouble to show them the reason. He shows them their sins, for they have behaved proudly. He gets their attention and says they must turn away from evil. If they listen and obey God, then they will be blessed with prosperity throughout their lives. All their years will be pleasant, but if they refuse to listen to him, they will be punished in battle and die from lack of understanding. For the godless are full of resentment. Even when he punishes them, they refuse to cry out to him for help. They die young after wasting their lives in immoral living. But by means of their suffering, he rescues those who suffer. For he gets their attention through adversity. God has led you away from danger, giving you freedom. You have prospered in a wide and pleasant valley, but you are too obsessed with judgment on the godless. Don't worry, justice will be upheld. But watch out, or you may be seduced with wealth. Don't let yourselves be bribed into sin. Could all your wealth and mighty efforts keep you from distress? Do not long for the cover of night, for that is when people will be destroyed. Be on guard. Turn back from evil, for it was to prevent you from getting into a life of evil that God sent this suffering. Elihu reminds Job of his power. Elihu reminds Job of God's power. We done. We done, y'all. Look at all of Look, God is all powerful. Who is a teacher like him? No one can tell him what to do. No one can say to him, you have done wrong. Instead, glorify his mighty works, singing songs of praise. Everyone has seen these things, but only from a distance. Look, God is exalted beyond what we can understand. His years are without number. He draws up the water vapor and then distills it into rain. The rain pours down from the clouds, and everyone benefits from it. Can anyone really understand the spreading of the clouds and the thunder that rolls forth from them, from heaven? See how he spreads the lightning around him, and how it lights up the heavens, the depths of the seas. And how it lights up the depths of the seas. By his mighty acts he governs the people, giving them food in abundance. He fills his hands with lightning bolts. He hurls each at its target. The thunder announces his presence. The storm announces his indignant anger. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Okay. Got you. So, yeah, want to drop that. So, I love y'all, man. Peace. Yeah, that's why I be getting scared in the mud at lightning and thunder. It's pretty powerful, man, ain't it? So that makes sense, this statement. Love y'all, man. Holla at y'all. Peace.